that was going to be the soccer game that
Okay,
we
so that's
missed.
probably good.
Yeah, it's clear. There's probably a way this deck, I think, is recording resolution. It's too, or it's bigger files than we need. It's probably like ProRes or something. Frustrating. She's helping.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Might as well. Thank you.
We are, yes.
Yes, we're straight.
I'm going to go 1 minute.
Okay,
All right.
29, 1 minute.
Okay.
Excellent.
Move on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ashland High School on this special night as we celebrate and honor the senior members of our football and cheer programs. Let's take a moment to recognize their hard work, dedication, and the memories they've created throughout their careers. These young men and women have given their hearts to their respective programs, representing their school, their community, and each other with pride. Let's show them our gratitude and support as they prepare for this unforgettable moment. Our first senior is a member of the cheer squad, accompanied by her sister Brenda and friends Adeline and Cora, Rafaela Viana. Our next senior, escorted by his parents Jackie and Bruno, number 9, Quan Amaral. Our next senior, escorted by his mom Brittany and brother, number 52, Gavin Jones. Our next senior, escorted by his parents, Ellen and James, and siblings Laura and Jamie, number 15, Danny Kelly. Our next senior, escorted by his parents, Melissa and Parry, his brother Charlie, and his Aunt Jen, number 18, Jake Linehan. Our next senior, escorted by his mom, Kristen, and sister, Lexi, brother, Jake, number 6, Dante Maloney. Our next senior, escorted by his parents, Dennis and Suzanne, number 11, Devin O'Brien. Our next senior, accompanied by his parents, Dennis and Suzanne, number 8, Luke O'Brien. Our next senior, accompanied by his parents, Adam and Tara, his sisters, Raina and Nora, number 72, Andrew Quitt. Our next senior, accompanied by his parents, Clady and Rudy, and his brother, Gabe, number 74, Brian Ramirez. Our next senior, accompanied by his parents, Colleen and Mark, number 22, Robbie Rudisell. Our next senior, accompanied by his parents, Mary and Scott, and his grandmother, Joan, number 2, Nolan Soderberg.
Yeah, like Jack, she wanted to get down there, but it was never possible to do that.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't remember that. I remember that.
And our final senior, accompanied by his parents, Lisa and George, and his brother Noah, number 19, Cole Tubin. Thank you, seniors, for the memories, the effort, the commitment, and the legacy you leave behind. You've made us all proud. Go Clockers! Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025.
George is back. You don't need me anymore. I'm leaving.
Leaving.
On a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again.
You mean you leaving the field or you just leaving the park?
Yeah, you know, yeah. How's it going?
Chilly night. How did I bundle up?
No, we are.
I didn't bundle up as much as you
You
did,
think
but
we're in the middle of winter?
I did bundle up.
Yeah, I did.
This is your stuff. I don't
Is
know.
anyone else?
Occasional hole.
Yeah,
I didn't
We should,
very occasional. Once in a semester. I was just wondering.
You're on that.
I was just wondering how his mouth was.
Lift up that one and shine it out the window for a sec. This one gets lighter as you zoom in. So is it on auto or something? Or?
It's on full auto,
Someone's making it dark.
and there's no ND filter.
So point it like at the field to the sky. Can't really tell right now because it's not. It's frozen. Oh, this. So it could be. I am not.
You want to put it down more so you can lean on it?
You good? Yeah, it's like, it's dark, but once you zoom in, it gets brighter.
So I'm just waiting for this to. It's frozen from when it was dark.
Oh.
I want to see maybe 30p is better for this. I don't know. It's doing something weird. All right, pan the camera a little bit. Oh yeah, it's doing the same thing. So you see this when you pan, you see those weird lines.
Oh,
Cute. That's adorable.
job like that.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Is it backwards?
Yeah.
It'll spin around.
No problem.
It'll spin around 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Wait, which way did it go?
So Amy Nudo was our coach.
Do you remember Mrs. Snyder? I
Yeah.
do. She's my password for favorite teacher.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good, good.
Wasn't sure if you were, I did not have to say anything. Gosh, that was a lifetime ago.
I know.
Good, how are you?
Going back 2 years.
Yeah.
That had
Oh, let's go there.
Bob's a long time in
Yeah.
WAC announcer.
Awesome. Great.
Me too.
He'll be announcing the first
Yeah.
Layer it up.
They're up there doing jump jacks already.
Half the newspaper.
No, it's the place to be.
Yeah.
You doing the national anthem? Are you sure? Yes. Right.
Never been so early.
Okay. Yeah. Josh is here. Bob is here right now. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's as far as you go. That's as far.
No, I think we're on to something.
That one? Yeah. The one we first saw. I saw him. Oh, you saw him? The other one's behind it.
So you're still streaming the.
Still streaming. It's a little.
On the what?
Frame rate thing though.
I hadn't checked both cameras.
This project's all in 59.
It was on the real thing.
I don't know if the cameras go now.
I did
Maybe they can't do
most of it.
So when it looks great when it's like this. Yeah. Yeah, like it's like we haven't noticed it. Like one camera, I thought it was just because
Oh, you change. Well, she's got some change. Yeah, let's go.
out of the project.
Yep.
I've noticed it. You only notice it when the camera's like this. Where are we? I don't want it to stop. Well, this is not surprising for a second. Oh, that was the one I noticed at first, but now I notice it all. Oh, all of it.
You know what? I'll get this for Chrissy too. Get this picture in there. All right.
I'm not sure how to start it.
I'll get whatever it is.
Change it to, do the change up.
$30. Okay. Okay, she is a good helper. Nope, that's for you. Hold it. That's for the pot.
So Chrissy comes to buy them, tell her that her
Okay.
$40.
That's nice.
That's what my mother said.
That's right. I know.
Good, yeah. What's that?
You have 2 or 3?
Oh my gosh.
We have 2 pits.
Did she walk out with Hugo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she walk out with Hugo?
No, he does.
Oh, that's right.
We got one more year.
One more year.
Thank
That's so
God.
funny.
One more year.
You know what? I knew Chrissy way back. We had kids together at St. Bridget's.
That's
All
that
ages
has to
ago. You know what I mean? And then like,
Right? So
And then we ended up together here. Okay, great.
awesome.
Awesome.
maybe they're not really outputting.
Of course you can. Here, let me wait 1 second. We might have to go back and get some more.
435 is Friday. And these are 435, 9.
So they're gonna call it.
Yes,
Last week the pot got up to like 400.
Having fun?
Seems pretty good to me.
No, I didn't.
I think it looks pretty smooth. I don't really see the carries.
Oh no, right. And one of the scenes was at the Ashland Middle School, and it was like a football game, and everybody had black gear on. Michael and I were watching the movie like last night. He's like, I'm like, I thought I did. It was with Sienna Miller. Are you okay? It was called American Woman.
Was Sienna Miller? Was it?
Yeah.
So they shot it here?
They shot at the middle school field. And the one with the lights, the snack shack was open. And Deb that I worked with never like 2017.
They have a bunch of actors.
I saw and then they go Lisa, longer at the snack bar.
Oh, yeah.
I saw her. So it's actually about this.
It's in
I changed us from,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ashland High School, home of the Clockers. Tonight's Tri-Valley football matchup features the Holliston Panthers and your Ashland Clockers. All of these student athletes, coaches, contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by showing great sportsmanship and respect for all of those in attendance. Be sure that your behavior reflects the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior. If you require assistance, please call upon an Ashland administrator.
And then
We would like to remind everyone that high school sports are an extension of the educational
who's a
experience,
junior.
and tonight's contest is an opportunity.
And they had been
for these
using
student
Devin
athletes to
O'Brien a bit
showcase
in the
their skills,
Wildcat,
dedication, and teamwork.
and the gong, and then he got injured, but he's back tonight.
He was a captain.
Yes.
What's that 11 do? That is number?
Yes.
We watch tonight's
And
game.
Luke
Let's remember to
O'Brien.
demonstrate positive sportsmanship at all times as the actions of fans reflect upon your school community. So be loud, be proud, but
Hey,
be
Jay.
positive.
This is Atherton, Tim's.
Today's head coaches for the Panthers, Mike, you're off. And for your Ashland Clockers, Andrew McKay. Team captains for Holliston. Number 8, Lucas Badenkoff. Number
Atherton, is that his
53, Caleb Greenberg. Number 77, Charlie Stott. And your Ashland captains. Number 8, Luke
It's a two-way
O'Brien.
street. It's a two-way street, Jay.
Number 9, Quan Emerald. Number 11 is back with us tonight, Devin O'Brien. And number 23, Kevin Ozalumba.
Oh, man.
Good, you?
At this time, we ask all who are willing and able to please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Ashland Jr., Mira Donald.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to William Cunis Field, the Plateau, here at Ashland High School for tonight's Tri-Valley Large matchup between the 3-3 Ashland Clockers against the Holliston Panthers. I'm Rob Silver, and joining me tonight, special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Thacker. Bob, welcome back.
Thank you, Rob. Great to be with you. Thanks for inviting me. Looking forward to seeing a high school football game, especially the Clockers. I haven't seen one in several years.
You don't watch us when you're at home? You don't watch the live streams?
I tuned in a little bit.
Okay.
I
I didn't mean to put you on the
I
spot.
watched the replay.
Okay. All right. Well, it's an honor to have you back here. We're kind of a semi-informal retirement send-off ceremony.
I appreciate everything
and
you've
it's
done for me, Rob.
35 plus years on the mic for Ashland Cable Sports. It's all volunteer work, and we'll talk about it as the game progresses, but getting ready to kick the Clockers. Number 13, that is Aaron Wolf. Yeah, they've used Wolf and LaRoe.
Let's see what he does. It's
Little squib kick, tough bounce.
a collision.
Panthers recover nicely.
Panthers got lucky. A lot of times a collision like that takes you by surprise and you cough up the ball.
Yeah, and they start with some decent field position. I consider anything above the 35, like the green zone, like that's a really
Yes. I like the
favorite.
colors. I like the different colors. Orange.
Yeah.
And then ultimately red,
Oh yeah, that's right.
dark red,
Yeah,
pale red.
the Technoplex
Yes.
Red Zone tonight.
Yes.
One of our
Are
sponsors.
they sponsoring us tonight?
Yeah, Technoplex
Great
and
guy. What's it, Terry? Great
Kerry.
guy.
Kerry.
Yeah, great guy.
And right away, Kafka. That's actually a lateral to Teague. Pushed out of bounds for no gain.
After number
Panthers,
1, Connor
they've
Teague.
had a lot of success in the
Tackle by number 44, Nick
recently
Boomer.
under Coach Todd Kiley. Was that his name?
Yeah.
But they moved on from Coach Kiley this year.
They moved on
He went
to
down to Franklin. Took over Franklin High.
yeah, William Uroff. And a timeout by the refs as they fix the sideline chains. And every week you get new volunteers, so there's a little learning curve
Yeah, as soon as they set the
Yes.
ball.
with the people doing the chains.
And the key word there is volunteers.
I got you. No problem.
The fundamental thing about that job is you've got to only act on the referee's direction.
Oh, great job. They got to Teague in the backfield.
After number 1, Connor Teague. Tackle by number 11,
Ammo
Devin
there.
O'Brien.
And Devin O'Brien, back from an injury after a few weeks off, making his presence felt immediately. Devin O'Brien, one of the captains, both he and his brother Luke, seniors, injured. Luke's out for the season, but Devin able to come back tonight. They really need his energy.
That's bad luck.
Yeah. So 3rd and 9. Kafka rolls to his right, throws underneath. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Well done. He hit Max Moreau,
Nice
the
play.
junior.
Nice play all around.
Yeah, hit him in stride, led him perfectly. And that
Reception
quiet the
nine,
crowd
Max
a little bit.
Morrow.
It's senior night here at Ashland High School.
That's good
6
for
p.m.
Holliston
start
first down.
here at Cunis Field tonight. And it looks to me like it may have held the crowd down a little bit. Maybe a late arriving.
This time T gets a little momentum.
Great night for football.
I know.
Aren't they
Connor
all?
Teague up the middle.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate with the weather.
No wind either. That makes it bearable. Even though it's going down to 40 tonight. In the clock town.
We talked about.
Right now it's what, in the 50s?
3 yards. We'll bring up second down.
We talked. Remember, we were talking about the championship season and Dom Cavanaugh on the passing. It seemed like there was like a semi-tropical storm every week, yet it didn't affect them at all.
Yes.
But we've had perfect weather this year.
Dry.
Kafka under center, fakes, hands it to Teague, who gets some room.
Nice hole, very close to a first down.
Yeah, he might have got it. But I think they're going to spot him. No, they're waving the chains up, so he's going to give him the spot.
Number 1, Connor Teague with the carry.
Connor Teague, quite the athlete.
Tackle by number 18, Jake Linehan.
Very fast, very
Coach
strong.
Kylie stayed
That's
long
good
enough
for
for his
another
kids to
Holliston
play.
first down.
Once his kids left, then he could start looking around.
Yeah.
And I believe their new coach was an assistant at Bishop Thien. I'm not sure exactly where that is. Might be
The coach was nice enough, saw me on the field, and I spoke with him a little bit. He was at Dover Sherburne for a little bit as well.
Back in the day, yeah.
Just recently. Oh, nice job.
There it
Max Moreau.
is. There it is.
Number 9, Max
Tackle for a
Moore with the
loss
carry.
by
Tackle by
Emerald.
number 9,
How do you
Juan
pronounce that
Emerald.
boy's first name?
Quan.
Quan. No Q's involved.
No.
C-U-A.
What?
C-A-U-A-N.
Oh, that was going to be a trivia question for the home viewers, but you just ruined it.
What?
How do you spell it?
Oh,
Well, that's okay.
Q-U.
We'll ask in another 5 minutes. They won't remember. They'll still get it wrong.
Second down play.
Connor Teague has to try to get the corner.
That's
Wow.
a good tackle.
That was a great tackle.
Number 1, Connor Teague on the carry. Tackle by number 23, Kevin Ozolumbo.
Teague has made no secret of the fact that he's a player that they have to watch. He's getting the ball.
Yeah, and that's really what the focus of the defense has to be. Make them use somebody else. They have number 2, Austin Rodenheiser, who's a junior. He's quite the athlete as well. I'll talk about him a little later. I grew up with his dad in Framingham. His dad was quite the athlete. Kafka, delayed handoff. Beautiful. Yeah, just fooled everybody.
Beautiful play. Drew Kafka.
Number 1 up the middle. Tackle by number 4, Hugo Rossi. And that's good for another Holliston first down.
His passes have been accurate, the 2 that he's thrown. So he's someone to deal with.
Yep.
What is it? Is it 12-minute quarters?
Yes.
So they burned through about 3 minutes in this drive. The initial drive of the game, always good to get some points on your first drive.
Oh, there's a little more volume.
Yeah.
A little bump in the volume there.
I don't know if I did anything. I didn't
No.
touch anything. Okay.
Not you. Yep. All right, there's a pass. The defender slipped, and Teague able to come back. Touchdown, Panthers. A 19-yard score.
Pass complete to number 1, Connor Teague. Tackle by number 14, Corey Paddleford.
And the defender, that's Corey Paddleford, walking a little gingerly down there, trying to get a sub in for him. Here's the extra point. Connor Teague is their kicker. He's got quite a leg.
And that last player on. Very good looking kick, and it's good.
So the Panthers take the kickoff. They march down the field, and Connor Teague, 19-yard reception from Drew Kafka. The Panthers are ahead 7-0.
Roughly 60 yards.
Yeah.
Roughly 8 plays, maybe.
So, sponsors tonight, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Handyman.
Mr. Handyman, where are they?
Right next door to your...
oh, they're in they're in Butterfield Drive.
Right next door
Yes.
to WACA. Yeah, that's Michael Campbell. And Technoplex Healthcare. Yeah, Corey Paddleford being helped off on the sidelines definitely hurt himself a little bit. That's unfortunate. He's been quite an asset on defense. And I have to mention before I forget, last week there was an interception. I credited Corey Paddleford, and it was actually Nick Boomer who got the interception.
Wait a minute, you called it wrong?
Yeah, it was 44-14.
Oh,
and
so
14,
there was an excuse, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and 14 came away like in front of him. I didn't see it till the replay.
Linebacker and a defensive back probably, yeah.
And then Nick Boomer scored later on. So Nick Boomer was the silver medal. I didn't give one out last week, but he would have got it. Robbie Rudisil on the reception, tries to break it out.
Clark is coming off a nice come-from-behind win against Denver. A nice second-half win over Denver.
They just poured it on. It was 0-0 till about 2.5 minutes in the first half, and Ashland got a touchdown, late interception, and a field goal to close out the half, and then took the opening drive. And Dedham answered, cut the lead 16-8, and then Ashland just turned it on.
Very nice. And they used the formation that they haven't used yet. And we'll see if we see it tonight. It's that, what do they call that, Rob?
The gunk. The gunk formation.
Where they all gather around the quarterback and you don't know who has the ball.
It's Ozalumba with the orange cleats. He's met in the backfield. A rare losing carry for Ozalumba. Little hint. I know you have to learn all the names. That's Nick Boomer coming in there, right there, number 44. But the number 4 with the yellow cleats is Hugo Rossi. If you did you do the boys basketball last year or girls basketball? Last winter. You did one game, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
So Hugo's basketball player. Kevin Ozalumba has the orange cleats. He's
You know, I knew Hugo's dad and his grandfather.
Okay.
They lived in my neighborhood. It's thrilling for me to see Hugo Rossi's grandson playing for Ashland.
Good handle by Soderberg on a bad snap.
His grandfather was very instrumental in Pop Warner football, or whatever, youth football, whatever it was called, way back in the day. Because his grandfather was a big guy and a football player.
Did you have any games in the neighborhood with them? No.
He died young.
No.
And his son John is this boy's father.
Okay. So Ashland coming into tonight's game ranked 16th. Shout out to my partner for the second half, Josh.
Yes,
Abrams,
and
for that
16's important
update.
because
16 is
that's like the cutoff.
Spot. Yeah. Holliston ranked 18th.
And it's overthrown. And it's not a flag.
They're going to get number 4 on a penalty that was
usually holding or
no, if
a
it was
pick.
just
Was it a pick?
yeah, that Hugo Rossi, yeah, it might be a pick.
Seldom called.
Yeah.
Let's see. They don't want it. They don't want the penalty. Is that what I'm gathering?
Offensive interference on Ashland. Penalties declined. 4th down.
Yeah. They're going to force him into the 4th down. Clock is going to have to punt. They got over 10 yards for a 1st down. Let's see.
Back deep for Holliston, number 3, Matt Gimblett.
And in formation for Ashland is old number 12, Ollie LaRoe.
Ollie LaRoe, you pronounced it perfect.
High.
Nice punt. Good spin.
Picturesque.
Oh, there we go. That's the break we need. A muff. And the Clockers fall on it.
Looks like Ashland, but Holliston kid isn't giving it up. Yes, Ashland ball. The boy had that one all the way, and then at the last second he said, I don't have it. Kind of waved at it.
It's the risk reward I always talk about on these punts. Do you fear catch it? Half the time it's going to bounce in your favor. Half the time it bounces. And what are you going to lose, 10 yards? But that's what you can lose by trying to catch one of those. I understand the principle. You know, you don't want to play scared, but. So the Clockers with Devin O'Brien under center, coming back from that injury like we mentioned.
He kept that himself, but there was nothing in the middle of that line.
Quarterback keeper number 11, Devin O'Brien.
That's how he got injured, too.
Unless you've handled dozens and dozens and dozens of those punts, it's not easy.
No. And that was such a nice kick. It had the perfect spot, so it was coming down really, really quick, really. It's almost more difficult to catch it when it's a perfect spiral than when it's end over end. Pitch to Ozalumba. Finds a little bit of a seam. Not much.
Plus, it's just you back there.
Well, it was him with three
lonely.
Clockers closing in on him. That's what.
It's lonely back there.
And he didn't signal for a fair catch. So
you know, you
Clockers
really
going into a hurry up. Oh, there's offsides. So we were talking about this last week. If they actually go into the neutral zone, they call it immediately. It's not like in the NFL where you can go back. So that quick snap, quick tempo, gets them 5 yards.
3rd and 4 for Ashland.
They need it. Still a third distance here, but this, I would say, although we have a nice field goal kicker, has a 32-yarder to his credit, right?
Yep. They actually tried from 49. There was a 48, and there was a 15-yard penalty. So O'Brien pitched to Ozalumba. Not much there. Fighting his way forward for about a yard.
You say he tried. Did he miss?
What?
That 40
yeah, they actually called a penalty on that, a 15-yarder, like one of those
but
leverage.
But the kick was made, is what I'm asking.
The 40, no, he was short. I was surprised.
It was short, yeah.
But but that's why you kick it, because you never know what's going to happen. So there was no time on the clock. They moved it up 15 yards, and he got a.
Well, I think we see it on TV every week. Penalties decide a lot of games.
Yeah.
So now it's 4th. Clock has got to get a first down to keep this drive going.
It's Quan Amaral trying to get to the edge. He does. Cuts it back up the middle. First down and then some.
He broke a tackle, Rod.
That's what you have to do. That's exactly.
It wasn't there, but he broke the tackle.
Yeah, first guy, if he had wrapped him up, he would have been short of the first down. And both these backs, Amaral and Ozalumba, will do that. You see Ozalumba break a ton of tackles.
Ozalumba now, is that with a Q?
That is
no, with an O.
That's with an O.
Yeah. I got a prescription for that today.
Don't take it if you're allergic to it.
I hope it helps.
Devin O'Brien, three yards maybe.
Number 11, Devin O'Brien on the keeper.
Senior night here in Ashland. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Clockers trailing 7-0.
Senior night, always a nice night.
Ashland.
Parents get a little recognition. Is this a modified version of the, what do you call it, Ron?
The gunk?
The fist?
Gunk.
The gunk.
Bob, you've been around long enough. You can call it whatever you want.
But you know that it's facing the quarterback. You see them.
Yeah, it's a double wing or something. Ozalumba cuts it to
Again,
the outside.
He breaks a tackle. Again, he breaks a tackle.
Call it, Bob.
Number 23.
Kevin Ozalumba
with the touchdown. Beautiful play. He just skipped through that one defender, and that's all he needed. He saw that pylon, and he raced to it.
He's so strong. And that is the Technoplex touchdown for the Clockers. Wolf on to try and even the score. Good snap. Beautiful kick.
I got a chance to meet Terry. Kerry from Plexi
Kerry
Tech.
Turner.
Yeah. And, he doesn't really know what they do down there either. I was surprised to learn. I said,
he wanted to focus on WACA.
I said, what's the product? He said, well, it's in a little bag. And he goes, I'm not really sure what it is.
It's kind of what they do there, because he's the plant manager. He's been there for 40 years through all the different companies and different acquisitions. Wow. And they were acquired in 2019 by Techniplex. And, yeah, he's runs the plant, and I think there's about 10, 15 workers there, but they make a very specialized tubing for medical procedures. Yeah, no, he's a lifelong Ashland person since '68. He's been in Ashland, played high school football and basketball, and I think he said he ran track as well. But,
yeah. Of course, they're located in the famous clock building.
Yes.
On Homer Avenue.
And I'm sure he's watching tonight if he's not at the game. So, hello.
Boom,
and,
boom. They got it clean. Didn't look supremely confident, but got what he could.
Would have been Nolan Green, number 18. There you go. Tyler
Motter. Ball return by number 18, Tyler Motter.
So Ashland, let's see what they've made any adjustments on defense. Both teams have scored on their first possession. 2:06 left to go. First period action. The Clockers and the Panthers from Cunis Field.
Can I correct you, Bob? That was technically their second possession because they punted and Holliston fumbled.
That's right.
Muffed the punt. It's not a fumble, it's a muff. And took advantage. Teague trying to get to the outside. Very patient. Got a hold. Got a hold down the middle here.
Difficult to call that a possession for Holliston.
Right.
You never ran a play.
So it looked like the penalty might have been around the 42-yard line, 10 yards from there.
Yep.
Or no?
Ooh, no.
Yeah. Let's see what
It started further back.
Yeah, so it was in the back. I thought they were getting a guy that fell on top of him. That's better for us.
That hurts Holliston.
Quite the rivalry, these two teams.
Oh, yeah. You know, and Holliston got a nice win over another big rival of theirs, Hopkinton, of course. So these two games back-to-back for the Holliston Panthers, always big regardless of the records of either team.
Right, and both teams desperately need to win the next two games.
We were talking about it. They're neck and neck, right?
Yeah.
They're neck and neck in the ratings.
Good job, Quan Amaral.
And there's no one who can explain the ranking system, but it's based on the strength of your opponent.
That's a lot to do with it.
Based a little bit on points.
Yeah, win-loss and the margin of victory up to 14. Yeah. So.
And somehow they come up with a ranking and a rating each week. And Clockers right now sitting on the bubble at 16. Of course, they continue to play the rest of the season, including Thanksgiving.
Against Hopkinton.
But sometimes some schools are in the playoffs and others are not.
It's the pitch to Rodenheiser. And another hold. I saw the laundry flying.
What? Number 2, Austin Rodenheiser, right up the middle.
Nice run by Rodenheiser, but that's going to be for naught.
Tackle by number 22, Robbie Rudison.
The refs are on these boys.
There was a lot of penalties last week. Yeah, not so much the holding, a lot of procedure penalties.
Couldn't get a snap off. Yeah.
They
couldn't get a clean snap. Back they go.
And I have no problem with it as long as they're consistent, both sides. So,
Coach McKay, I never saw them in these beanies before.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's not really beanie weather, is it, though?
It's early for beanies. Oh, no, Coach McKay doesn't have the beanie, right?
So they're on the 22-yard line. First down is the 47, so they need 25 yards. Second and 25.
Yeah, it's going to be up to number 1 somewhere along the line here.
Oh, Devin O'Brien, fumble, and it's picked picked up by Mark Mermelstein.
Oh, no, they're calling it down.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Bad call. Bad call
Tackle
for
by number
Ashland.
11, Devin O'Brien.
That came right out when he made the tackle. Devin O'Brien, what a difference maker.
Mark Mermelstein was on that. Tough call.
I mean, even the guy on the doing the chains thought it was a first down.
You can't make those decisions yourself.
That's the end,
And that's the end of the first quarter. An exciting quarter here. Bob.
Coach McKay took that well, so maybe he was down.
Yeah.
I don't
One
see-
of those bang plays, you know, you watch
Yeah.
on the replay.
I don't see him complaining too much. The boys are going to change size, and we're going to play the second period.
Gives us
It's
a chance.
tie game, 7-7.
Want to thank Mr. Handyman, one of our sponsors tonight, gold sponsor, the Home Improvement Professionals. They're your one-call solution for all major and minor home maintenance and repair needs, performed by fully insured technicians and located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive. Give them a call at 508-591-3627 or request service at mrhandyman.com / Bob, write this down, / central-metro west. But just call them,
What
Mr.
is that?
Handyman.
Is that on that internet? Is that what they
Oh,
call it?
yeah, you don't have the internet.
No.
You never.
No.
Right.
But Rob, you know the advantage of this, the advantage of Mr. Handyman is their local.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 32 from the Holliston 15-yard line.
Only me. Like, this sums me up.
3rd and
So I have to
half a mile, 32 yards. 3rd and 32. They're going to let it air out. And it's Jake Linehan with the interception. A healthy return and a huge hit. Huge hit, and they're going to call targeting.
Too much.
Yeah, exactly. I think he hit him high.
And if he's out of bounds, you can't wall.
He was walking the sideline. I think it was just the force and the fact that he hit him so high.
Yes. Yeah, the momentum carried him forward. It wasn't because he wasn't out of bounds.
So,
yes, you see how that mark is going back?
penalty occurred at the 35.
See, that's where he was
What?
out of bounds, way before the hit. See?
Okay. Well, he kept running, so.
Yeah, but your momentum carries you a little bit.
Oh, this is actually going against Ashland? This is
something after the play, perhaps. I get you.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Ashland on the play.
Retribution. Penalty against the Clockers, and we're going to start in a very symmetrical midfield position.
right. So, you know, not the worst play, you know, for Holliston. You know, it was.
Well,
Ashland trying to hurry up. Holliston was in. Did they burn a timeout? What's going on here?
Whistles and flags.
Wow, and Ashland gets called with a
procedure.
procedure.
How was that possible? The other team was able up to the line of scrimmage.
No, but what I was going to say before, it's 3rd and 32 from the 18-yard line. It ends up being a net, 34-yard punt actually.
Yes.
After the penalty, had there been no penalty.
Of course, the real play is let's hope we get a pass into.
Exactly. There was no receivers, and he didn't give him a chance. So 1st and 15. Kwani Amaral. He loves this side of the field. Gimlet chased him down.
See him hold on to that football.
Yeah, he carries it nice and high, but nice and tight. 11 yards on the carry. Makes it 2nd and 4.
For Ashland.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Devin O'Brien brings an energy to this team that they've been lacking for the last 3-4 weeks. And it's contagious. Hopefully it continues throughout the
You need a guy like that. You need a team needs all kinds.
They fake the pitch. He rolls it up a couple yards. Yeah, he's like that on the basketball court too. He's the guy that's diving all over the place.
Number 11, Devin O'Brien. Tackle by number 9, Max
gets
Morrow.
a little in your face with the opponents. He just gets heated, but he's just 100%
Bring up a
player.
3 for Ashland.
Nothing is working up the middle there.
Now they're setting up the
best plays that have been to the outside.
Yep. Just trying to keep them honest. Closing them on the pitch.
It's just nothing doing.
No, just about a yard.
Doesn't need that much.
Kevin Ozalumba.
So now they're even a little bit closer, but not that much closer. Big 4th down coming up at the Panther 42.
Yep, 4th and 2.
Game is tied. Clock is running. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half.
These big games like this is where McKay loves to throw in something unexpected.
Oh,
you might see a receiver slip out into the.
He's an inventive coach. He always has been.
There's a pitch to Amaral. He's got. Oh, they're going to mark him short.
Number 9, Quan Amaral on the run.
They're going to mark him short. Holliston Panthers hold.
Big lift for the Panthers.
Number 3, Matthew Gimbel on the tackle.
And now, defense becomes a priority for Ashland.
Yep.
Got to bounce back from that. They didn't expect to be stopped in 2 plays with 3 yards to go, but they were. I love the way the coaches come on the field. Almost in the huddles.
Coach McKay loves
both of them. The other guy's been talking to the officials. He's practically in their huddles. Right up the gut.
Oh, is it?
Good games.
Just missed that ankle tackle in the backfield.
Number
Just
1,
floats
Connor
ahead.
Teague
He's
up the
so
middle.
quick.
Tackle by number 18, Jake Linehan.
7 yards for Teague.
The one thing I'll say, Rob, is I
8-yard
don't
gain.
notice a lot of size.
No, that's
Offensive
what's
7-yard gain. Bringing up a 2nd and 3
that's
for Holliston.
been probably one of the big Achilles heel for the team this year. They don't have a McGillis type.
I mean, the Panthers don't look significantly bigger, but a little bigger.
Good
Oh,
tackle.
nice tackle.
Right at the down marker, about a yard short.
Number 9, Max Morrow on the carry there.
Foot on
Tackle by
territory,
number 6,
too.
Dante
But they only got
Marmoni.
about a yard and a half to go. About, I would say, what about, just about a yard.
Bring up a 3rd and 1 for Holliston from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Holliston, last 2 drives. Well, they didn't even have a drive because of the mop, but the last drive ended with an interception after some penalties. So 3rd and 1. Thought there was some movement. Looked like the running backs were heading forward before the snap.
Number 9, Max
There's a lot of
Morrow
pressure
up
on
the
the
middle.
Ashland linebackers with this running game
It's all right.
by Holliston.
Tackle by number 9, Quan Amaral, but that's good for
You know,
Holliston.
they've got to fill
first
those
down.
gaps.
Coming
You know,
to
a
the
short
game.
pass like they ran on their first possession might work very well here. The pass out to the flat.
Yeah.
Now they stay on the ground.
Teague.
And with
Able to-
Teague,
again.
you can't blame him.
Good blocking. Good
Number
job by
1,
his
Connor
offensive
Teague up the
line.
middle.
It just opened a huge hole.
That's
Tackle
too
by number
many on
6,
first
Dante
down. Rob.
Marmoni.
Yeah. Tough game when you have to rely on holding penalties to
8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 for Holliston.
stop a drive. But we'll see what happens here.
Again.
Max Moreau.
Number 9 up the middle. Tackle by number 6.
7:13 to go in the second quarter. First down, Holliston at the Clocker 32-yard line.
Crowd has filled it nicely, Rob. Good attendance on senior night. Another beautiful day in the clock tower. 66 degrees, sun.
Hand off to Teague again. If it ain't broke, don't try and fix it.
Number 1, Connor Teague.
That's
20
his
yards.
longest. That's his longest
Tackle
of
by
the
number
night.
22.
Yeah,
Robbie
that
Rodesil.
was 20 yards on that one.
He's got the speed to break it if he gets in the open.
Oh, look who's here in the booth.
Celebrity guests, Colin Thacker and Nora Thacker.
Hi,
This
welcome.
is Rob. This is Colin.
Hi, how you doing?
Which one are you, Nora? Hi, baby. Thanks for coming to see me.
Number 1 with the carry, Connor Teague. Tackle by number
Good
9,
stop.
Quan Amaral.
Good luck for the Clockers. They stopped them for a yard. Now, are those your kids or your grandkids?
They could be my kids. I look young enough to have kids that age.
That's why I asked.
They're
It's
actually
just,
my grandkids.
Ball on the Ashland 9-yard line.
So it is second. They can get a first down to the 1. Second and 8 from the 9-yard line. Pitch to Teague. He's got the corner. He's going to be in. I think he's in the end zone. He fell on the player. We'll
They
see.
didn't give it to him. They didn't give it to him.
Teague knows that he was in. That's
Number 1, Connor Teague with the
As we
carry.
say, Rob,
Tackle by Quan Amaral.
there will be
down
no
at the
replay.
but they have a first down.
There will be no review of
Right,
any
goal.
kind.
But they have 4 yards to 4 plays to make a yard. So
There's no red flag that has to be thrown on the field. There's no challenges. All you can do is whine.
so Panthers knocking on the door
First and goal.
on the 1.
Yeah. They got in. They gave it to him.
They gave it to him, and that was
Touchdown, Holliston. Number 1, Connor Teague on that
Teague.
run.
so 5:11 to go. Clockers up 13-11. Teague not going too far. Comes on to the extra point. That one good from 45, 50
Extra point by
yards.
Connor
Very
Teague.
nice.
Quite the way. Want to thank our crew tonight. Luis Miranda, Nick Cunningham,
That'll bring your score
Jeff
to
Hall,
Holliston 14,
Paul
Ashland
Bowden.
7.
Jeff Hall, Paul Bowden. I
Well,
got
5
to meet
minutes
Jeff
left to go in the half.
and Luis for the first time tonight.
and working on the production. Josh Abrams, who will be up in the booth for the second half. I got Nick Cunningham.
We're just going to mention him once. We're not going to keep repeating it.
He's good. He's
good, but I think once is enough.
that biting wit, Bob. We're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it. There's not much of a drop off. Josh is
Nick has been around. right?
Josh is
Nick
quite
has been
the
around.
jokester as well.
Nick has been around, right?
Yeah.
I remember that name.
Yeah. That's why the fans are here.
You know, Rob, that was a
And not online.
That was a troubling drive by the.
Yeah.
Connor Teague and the
We're
kickoff for
in trouble.
Holliston.
We got to play better.
Well, and it started with our inability to convert on second and short, 2nd and 4, 3 downs. We couldn't pick up
Yes.
4 yards and just snowballed into that. A little funny kick.
Smart to jump on it.
Yeah, 31-yard line is fine. So,
You get in trouble when you try to pick him up.
yeah. So Clockers will
Kickoff will
take
cover by number
over.
55.
They got a
Trailing
chance to answer. They got
14-7.
5 minutes and 8 seconds
Yeah.
until halftime. They got a chance to answer, and it would do a lot for their confidence. And you know,
Did you get any pizza, by the way?
No.
I just want to give Townhouse a shout out because they've been supplying
So
us
good.
pizza
It's
all
so
all
good.
year. And pizza subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with a buffalo chicken calzone as well. That's been called one of the best in the area. I prefer the roast beef, and here we go.
As I always say, there's a reason that they use roast beef in their name. It is outstanding.
And they do the nice little pickles that I love.
Oh, it is it's an outstanding
Right there at 300 Elliott Street. Give them a call, 508-881-3010. Find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
They're in the plaza. They're not in Shaw's Plaza. They're in the one across the street. I think they call it the Lechmere Plaza.
Not to be confused with the Lechmere Mall.
The Lechmere
from way
Mall.
back in the day.
Yes, I remember it.
See, I say that with Josh, and he has no clue because he's not from the area. So
No.
it's nice to have.
He's a carpetbagger. Yeah. Yes, there is, because they were in Cambridge.
Yeah.
They were in the.
Ozalumba being knocked around a couple yards, struggling to break out.
Tackle by number 3, Matthew
was in the
There's a flag.
gallery.
Is that a flag or is that somebody leaves? What is that?
I don't see yellow.
He just dropped it. Or somebody dropped a hanky.
Do you remember the play in the NFL where the referee threw the flag?
And hit the guy in the eye.
Yes.
And it ruined Orlando, I think.
Yes,
Something.
ended his career.
Yeah. All right, so 3rd and 6.
It's not 4 down territory, so the clock is pretty much got to make it here.
See if they go to Rudisill.
Straight
They
back.
do.
He's
Rudisill
open.
on the timing play. Beautiful throw.
Out of bounds at the 40.
Another 10, 12 yards after the catch.
Rowan Soderberg.
Soderberg to
Robbie
Rudisill. Senior night special.
Driven out of bounds by number 5.
Soda put that right on the money in a very well-designed play.
It was just a timing play. Who
caught that one?
That was 22, Robbie Rudisill. So the drive continues. With
Clockers can breathe. 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's huge on a lot of fronts. Soderberg, direct snap. Keeps it for 4.
Got what he could up the middle. That's their biggest gain up the middle of the night. It's only 4 yards, but that's not that bad of a first
Back
down.
by number 32,
play.
Pierce Duncan.
No
Gain
hurry
3.
here.
2nd down and 7.
The clock ticks under 3 minutes.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. And you get
They
all
want to
your
use the
timeouts,
clock.
I believe,
Use
well.
as much of the clock, score with as little time as possible on the clock.
Each team has 3 timeouts per half.
So Hugo Rossi lined up to the right.
Oh, they waited too long.
Too many men somewhere. He's counting. He's recounting.
Oh. Now the rule there is the official has to be replaced if he makes a mistake like that. Ooh. He's picking it up. Well, these things happen.
Disregard the flag on the play. Let's run that again.
Yeah, so the controversy was the amount of men on the field. Thought he counted 12.
He counted
You know what happened was they were in the gun formation, but they had Hugo Rossi end up being, way wide to the right like he is there now. Oh, now they're
He looked like an extra player, yeah.
Maybe he counted him twice. Little reverse. They tried that against Norwood, and it was just as effective.
Now Soderberg's out of the game now, right?
In up to 23, Kevin Ozalumba. Tackle by
So
number 8,
timeout,
Lucas.
Holliston
Hayden Collins.
probably? Yeah, Holliston trying to conserve the clock, calls
Bring up a
timeout.
3rd and 12 for Ashland.
So I have to say, number 2 for Holliston. Give a quick shout out to my old elementary school friend, Billy Rodenheiser, the
Austin.
father of Austin Rodenheiser.
Are they the plumbers?
Billy is the excavating, and his brother Andy is the plumbing.
Oh, yeah.
So HVAC, all that stuff. But Billy, in elementary school, 4th grade, we had gym class together, and Mrs. Weinbaum did the 50-yard dash. Billy was the only person to run under 7 seconds flat. He ran 6.8 in the 50-yard dash. Darryl Aviza was, I think, 7.1. I ran 7.8. There's no.
What position does Austin play?
He's a running back. He's also a defensive back, safety.
So I'm guessing he might be fast.
Oh, he's quick. He's quick. But I remember that. He was the only person in the school to run under 7 seconds for the 50-yard dash. And I got slower from 4th grade to 5th grade. I ran an 8 flat in 5th grade. In 4th grade, I ran a 7.8. And I think there was only one other person. I think Matt Cash. You probably don't know Matt Cash.
It's a little bit different when you're young. When you're young in grammar school, the bigger you are, the faster you are, because your legs are bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
And then it works against you as you get older.
So Soderberg rolls, throws underneath. Yeah, incomplete. Stops the clock.
It's great to see this.
Incomplete
Nolan
pass.
Soderberg and his dad, a longtime teacher
Bring up a
in the
4th down
Ashland
and 12
system.
for Ashland.
He had all my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Coached my kids, taught my kids.
I think his dad was one of my coaches either in soccer or back in front.
Scott Soderberg.
Yeah, it was, okay, Scott, yeah. Soccer or baseball, and/or baseball.
He's also been a basketball coach. He's got coached
Yeah, I
Ashland
never had.
High. Yeah.
I don't think I did basketball. So 4th and 12, they're going for it, or they're trying to draw them off. They can take the penalty. It doesn't matter.
They have to draw him off 3 times to get it.
Oh, they took the timeout. That's interesting. I might have just taken 5 yards. So Bob.
Timeout, Ashland.
Timeout. Minute 45. You're. This is unofficially, because you're always welcome back in the booth, but 35 something, 37 years. I don't know how many.
I
you
enjoyed
built
it
up.
right from the beginning, Rob. My friend Paul Burke invited me to join him in the infant days of cable television. Very exciting. It was a very exciting time in the 80s when cable television first came to Ashland. Paul Burke, my neighbor and friend, invited me to join him, and it's been a great experience for me. I absolutely loved it. I always loved high school sports.
So a lot of fun.
And I like doing them all, but
And yeah, that's the
football's the best. You can't deny it. It's the best on television. It's suited for television. Straight up.
Moreau with the punt right in the middle. Maybe it hits somebody. Like I said, it bounces backwards half the time. So
that was a net gain of about 9 yards, right?
Yeah, that's where you run into a little trouble now. Minute 34, Holliston taking over, and they are explosive. So
that's not the time for the high punt. That's the time to drive it as far as you can away from your end zone.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but
you got to just bang that.
Yeah, exactly. I like the guys that kick kind of like a sideways type of kick, and
it goes out of bounds. If it's
no,
not
it's almost like a knuckleball where they'll run to the side and they don't necessarily try and kick it real high. They just kick it low and
with a punt that goes out of bounds.
Like when you're playing golf, Bob, and you hit a nice drive into the wind, and you want to keep it low and straight.
Well, you got to put
fumble.
You got to put the ball back.
Fumble. Mark Marmelstein picks it up.
1:27 to go till halftime.
And that's why we conserve the clock.
34. We're going to start at the 34 of the Panthers.
Yeah, 34.
Here we go.
Minute 27 to go. Unfortunately, we did burn an extra timeout.
Soderberg's in. According to the clock, we have 2 left.
So a huge break. See if the Clockers can tie this up before the half, trailing 14-7.
They're in a modified
and they
dunk.
got 5 yards there, courtesy of an offsides infraction.
Offsides on Holliston.
So what happens a lot of times, and this is by design as well, but Ozalumba, the orange cleats, will move, you know, on whatever count, and the players will see him move and they'll flinch. You know, they.
He's allowed to move as a man in motion.
Yeah, as long as he's not
he
moving
sets.
forward, and he can continue to move. He can, so a lot of times he'll just take a couple steps backwards into.
Yep.
So.
You can't be moving forward.
Yeah. So back.
And you have to be the only one who's
correct.
There cannot be two men.
Hopefully, like I said, 14-7, minute 27 to go.
Clock is inside the 30 now.
Yeah, the 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 5, which is important because the clock will stop momentarily when they move the chains. So.
See if they get it to try to get it to Robbie Rudisill.
Rudisill, yeah. Double 2.
The only completion Clark has had tonight went to him.
They don't always use him in the gong. They're
Straight
throwing
back,
him
he lets
Ozalumba.
it go. Oh!
Wow.
The kid played it smart. He stayed with that ball, but he just
it was
didn't
decent.
get his hands on it.
Yeah, it was decent coverage, but it looked like it was right through his hands.
The defender wasn't looking.
Pass intended for Kevin Ozalumba's
Our
incomplete.
receiver
Ozalumba
was.
Second down and 5 for Ashland.
You know, a lot of these passes in high school football, they're jump balls. Whoever wants it gets it.
Yeah, we saw that on, you know, Holliston's first touchdown. Just a little slip by the defender, and he came back to catch it.
They're nothing more than jump balls.
Ozalumba, one of the best players on the Clocker squad, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So who knows? You get these bright lights, you turn around, direct snap to Ozalumba. Gets out of bounds, and then was there a flag?
Run by Kevin Ozalumba.
Holding, yeah, holding penalty right there.
Coach McKay is trying to get that boy
They
the
got a
ball.
flag on the play, holding on Ashland.
By run or by pass.
It's unfortunate.
Soderberg threw a nice ball.
Yes.
And now,
really nice. But that was there's a penalty there. So
Quan
that's gonna,
Amaral is calling the signals, so I guess that indicates a run. I don't know. We're getting back to where it all began. No, we're on the 36 now. We started at the 34.
Yeah, 2nd and 12.
We're counting players again.
Rudisill in. You don't.
Soderberg's in.
This is and Hugo Rossi at the bottom of your screen here, number 4. Mark Mermelstein lining up to the outside. Rudisill far right.
They're looking for Rossi.
He's going to Rossi.
Oh, back shoulder. Didn't connect. And now it's 3rd down.
Tom Quinn on the defense, number 5 for Holliston.
Pass incomplete. They got 3rd down and 12.
Coach McKay.
I want that. You were talking about it too, but I like when they float it up there. Let Rudisill. He can dunk, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a basketball player, very accomplished. Probably one of the captains.
You're 36 yards away, but do you want to get in field goal range? I don't know.
Yeah,
you got plenty of time. What am I saying? You got a time for another play. Many of them.
3rd down.
Get 10 yards.
Rudisill over the middle.
Go.
Gets to the outside.
Inside the 20, down to the 15.
Clock is running.
Timeout clock is 1 minute straight up.
Pass over the middle.
Until halftime clock is trying to cut into a 14-7 deficit.
Looked like Jefferson from the Vikings right there, running over the middle. Perfect throw, right in stride.
Timeout Ashland.
Rudisill able to exploit his speed and get to the outside. Only thing he didn't do was get out of bounds. He was close enough.
Yep. They kept him in very well.
So.
Timeout for each team, according to the scoreboard.
Yeah. So it's a minute even on the clock as we approach the half. Clockers trailing 14-7, trying to capitalize on the third turnover of the night by the Panthers. A fumble recovery by Mark Mermelstein.
It's hard to, the way the running game has worked tonight, it's hard to imagine the clock is running this in from here.
Yeah, well,
there's going to have to be some kind of
the clock is a factor, no
pass.
doubt.
There's going to have to be some kind of a pass.
And I don't feel like the teams are very well versed in the clocking the ball. So, like, even if they get 5 yards, they're not really skilled at rushing back and, you know, downing it to kill the clock.
Right, we're the what we see on TV. They're pros at that.
Yeah,
they know
we know now.
exactly
Now
what
they
to
can do it in like 6 seconds. It's crazy.
Yeah, 3 plays.
Yeah. We'll see if they take a shot in the end zone. They definitely have time to run a couple plays.
Soderbergh under center. Is that him?
Yeah, Devin O'Brien. Oh, that's Atherton,
That's
number
Atherton.
3.
He's going to let it go.
It's a boomer.
Too far. No chance.
Yeah, you can throw a couple of those. Doesn't kill you.
This is incomplete.
5 seconds off the clock.
2nd and 10, Ashland.
Everybody throws the ball in the Ashland backfield. Everyone runs the ball in the Ashland backfield. It's quite an offense that Coach McKay has designed.
Soderbergh enters the huddle with the play. Got Mermelstein and Rudisil lined up to the right. Stacked receivers, Rossi and Ozalumba to the left. Coach is looking for a flag. I think if the throw was a little better, he could have possibly got a flag.
Got the 3rd and 10 for Ashland.
Soderbergh looked left immediately. He had 2 receivers over there.
Yeah, he had Rossi going up the field, and Ozalumba was supposed to turn and cut underneath, but I couldn't tell if he got held by the receiver or just was late with his cut.
Yeah, and
but the throw wasn't.
Yeah, the throw's too far.
The timing was off.
Yeah, the timing was. I mean, the receiver was already near the out of bounds, and there's no way to get it to him. And let's give credit to the Panthers are defending it well. I'm guessing the slant here. Let's see.
Rushing to the line as the play clock is running down. Fake to Amaral. Throws to Mermelstein. Oh.
Just didn't get there. Just didn't get there.
Just a little deep.
Yep.
It's the problem I've seen all season with the passing. They don't put enough air under it.
To even give him a chance to jump.
Yeah, like you said, you know, a lot of times that's what it comes down to, a jump ball, but you've seen over there, the play to Boomer in the corner was overthrown. Nobody had a chance. So it's going to bring up 4th down and a field goal attempt.
33 yards.
Yep, 33, which is what he hit last week.
Wolf.
Aaron Wolf.
Snap back ball down. It's up.
And it's
good.
Good.
Wow.
33 yards.
Beautiful job.
Aaron Wolf is good.
A consolation prize, but it feels good. 14-10. Clockers now have to survive the kickoff in 36.6 seconds.
Now, what's interesting about that, Bob, is
Holliston 14, Ashland 10.
the line. I heard the spread was actually Ashland. I heard Ashland favored by 2. That field goal could be just the, I think, to put it over.
Man.
If they can get another touchdown.
Do you think Ashland was favored in tonight's game? Yeah.
I'm just saying what I heard.
Yeah.
That's, you know, people come to me and they tell me what.
Yeah.
I had it a pick.
Do you think
I had
people
it
are
a pick.
betting on high school?
No.
Just conversation.
Right, exactly. You can't bet on college and high school sports online.
No, of course
in
not.
the state.
Yeah.
People in Florida might be betting on that one.
but do you think people are
No.
privately betting?
No.
Okay.
I have a friend that I work with, and she is from Holliston, and her son is a senior in Holliston. We did not put a wager. Sometimes we might, somebody bakes the cookies for the other person, friendly wager, stuff like that. But no, not tonight. Wolf with a little squib kick and heads out of bounds. Going to draw the flag. Let's see what they do here. If they make them kick it again, or they're content taking it at the,
Kick is out of
I think it's
bounds.
the 30. Okay, they're saying re-kick.
Clockers are happy with that. The Panthers are happy with that. Of course, the Panthers can run out the clock if they desire. They apparently do not.
I watched the game film when Holliston played Dedham 2-3 weeks ago. Opening kickoff, Austin Rodenheiser.
Gone?
Gone. Nobody within 10 yards of him, and he just blew through the whole defensive
You don't see it often.
No, and you had 5 Dedham guys chasing,
At
but
any
they
level.
weren't even close.
You don't see it often at any level.
Try it again. This kind of prevents the big return. Oh, there's a fumble! And the Clockers again!
Looks like they have it. Wow. The Panthers have a horrible week of practice coming up. They have not been able to handle kicks of any kind.
Wow, special teams. Special teams.
Fumble recovered by number 29, Jack Hewlands.
You got it.
What are we going to do, Bob? The coaches left the roof.
I know it. They thought they were
We
done.
only have Tim Delores.
Who got that? Jack Hewlands?
Couldn't see.
Number 29, Jack Hewlands. A 10th grader? I thought I heard somebody say 29.
You gotta throw one up for Rudisil or Rossi. You can put a couple defenders together. Ozalumba. Nicely done.
Pass complete to number 23, Kevin
Solid block
Ozalumba.
by Rossi.
25 seconds.
That play took about 6 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds. They gained about 8 yards.
Second and 2 from the 29-yard line.
Clockers trailing 14-10, looking to capitalize on this mistake by Holliston.
The middle looks open.
Soderberg, he's got good protection. He's got Hugo Rossi. He got a touchdown! Unbelievable!
Number 4, Hugo Rossi. He went and got that ball.
That's what we've been talking about.
Just get it.
Give him a chance. He's another guy, basketball player.
It has to be well enough. It has to be thrown well enough so that they have a chance.
Exactly. Just gave him a chance. He
But
came
it
back
doesn't
first.
have to be perfect.
No.
It doesn't have to be in stride.
And I'm so happy for Hugo. The first game of the year, first pass of the year, third down play. Oh, they're going to go for 2. I love it.
Clockers with the 2-point lead now, trying to make it 4.
Can't really tell. The pile's moving, but not towards the goal line. So, going to come up short.
Interesting.
But Clockers leading 16-14.
Great comeback in the last minute of the first half. It's not over yet. 21 and a half seconds.
No, but I was saying with Hugo Rossi, it was a huge third down play, first possession, I think, against Grafton. And the Soderberg threw a beautiful pass to Rossi on third down, right through his hands. And I felt terrible. And since then, he's redeemed himself, and he's just gotten better and better every play, every set of downs. And that was the cherry on the top.
What year is he?
Icing on the cake. I think Hugo's a junior.
According to the program, he is.
Yeah. He was the same, and he's just a nice kid too. Very polite, Really, really nice to talk to. So here we go. Clocker's favorite play of the night, the kick, special teams. Oh, a big bounce. Rodenheiser able to handle it. And he's corralled by the whole Clocker squad. 14.6 seconds left.
I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell the Panthers now. You take a knee? What are you doing?
Yeah.
They're gonna run a play?
You know, that's interesting.
You know, things have been going so bad with ball handling.
Yeah, I mean, they're an explosive running team. I think I would run it.
I know their back is very reliable and explosive.
Yeah, they took the knee.
And the Clockers
That's the end of the first half.
concur. No timeout. Time runs
8
out
seconds
of the first half.
left, and the clock is going to expire here. A phenomenal first half of action here at Ashland High School on senior night, with the Clockers coming back to take the lead 16-14 before the half. And we're going to take a break on behalf of myself, Rob Silver, Bob Thacker. It's been a great ride, and
Thanks
like
for
I
having
said,
me,
you're
Rob.
welcome back. I know
Thanks for having
you're
me.
climbing the stairs isn't always the favorite. So come to the gym, announce a basketball game, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks again.
35 plus years
It
of
was a lot of
volunteer
fun.
service.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're going to head downstairs and a little ceremony, a little presentation. We'll be back with Ashland High School Clocker football.
There's so many people in the Ashland backfield that they're lining up with. Now they spread it out. They show pass. Let's see what they do. Second and short.
Yeah, it's pitched to Merlone, cuts it inside, has the first down, and then some as he breaks loose. And he's going to beat one guy. He won't quite do it. But Merlone takes it down to the 20-yard line. 25-yard pickup, Jamie Merlone.
Good blocking by the Clockers up front.
Hello and welcome to the Plateau at Ashland High School's William Kunis Field. I'm Rob Silver. I'm one of the many voices you hear on WACA Sports. But before all of us, there was this man to my right. You may not know him by looking at him, but if you've listened to any of WACA's coverage of Ashland sports over the last 35 plus years, you definitely recognize the voice of the man, Robert Bob Thacker. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for having me.
Glad to be here. And thanks for sitting down with us. We just kind of want to recognize what you've done with over 35 years of volunteer efforts to grow Ashland's coverage, WACA sports. Long history. How'd you get started?
Well, you know, I grew up in Dedham, Massachusetts. The Clockers played Dedham last night right here at Kunis Field, and I grew up in Dedham. And I had a grammar school principal who was a famous Dedham High School athlete. And he also was a Boston College Hall of Famer, just like Bill Kunis was, you know, and he was an educator just like Bill Kunis. And he instilled in us this love for high school athletics. I mean, it was a tremendous atmosphere you can imagine, just like a day like today with the fall colors and the cheerleaders and the band and the stands filled. It was a tremendous thing to see, and that's when I fell in love with high school sports. And then my neighbor down the street, Paul Burke, he asked me if I would like to help him broadcast the Ashland High School football games on Cable 8, as we used to call it. And I was thrilled. You know, I'd been taking my kids, you know, when they were 4 or 5 years old, I was taking my kids to usually just the Thanksgiving game, you know. But I was thrilled to have the opportunity. Paul did the play-by-play, and I was what they used to call the color man. And that's how we started. We did the home games on Friday nights. You know, nighttime football was, you know, fairly new. It started pretty much in the late 60s. Nighttime Friday night football started in Massachusetts, at least in the late 60s. And it was every Friday night was a great night for a football game, and we were thrilled to bring the game. And in those days, of course, the idea was you'd record the game, it'd be edited in a fashion, and it'd be recorded on a video cassette tape, and the tape would go into a big machine at the station, at the studio, and it would be broadcast on our channels, Cable 8. I think we had 8, 10, and 11 or something in those days. Those were our channels, and everyone had a VHS recorder at home, and you could watch your son's football game and tape it and own it forever. Once I saw how much people loved the football games on television, I started to think, well, what about the other sports? What if your kid doesn't play football? What if your kid doesn't play football?
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Football gets so much of the coverage, but you were instrumental in expanding that to the other sports out there, and just rattle off some of the sports that you've covered.
And I never let the fact that I didn't understand a sport stop me from
Right. I know. I've done football with you, and you don't understand that one. But no.
My goal was it would be at least one videotape of every sport that the team could have, and the players could have, and the players' parents could have forever. So I tried to do, field hockey, incomprehensible to me. We tape it anyway.
We mentioned we have Bob Tarosian covering that for us now.
Tape it, and whenever the whistle blew, I only had one thing to say. There's a whistle. It's going to be Ashland ball. It's going to be Medfield ball, whatever. That was my no explanation of the penalty, because I couldn't understand what the penalty could be.
Sure. Yeah. Soccer, but baseball.
Soccer. We had championship teams. We played at BU in the championship game. Tremendous. We had tremendous teams. We had good luck in all. Swimming at the Keefe Tech pool. Fantastic on television. The pool is tremendous on television. I'd get a woman whose daughter was on the team. She knew everything about swimming. She'd sit with me. I'd just let her go. She'd tell the whole story. And meanwhile...
You didn't do any in-pool interviews, did you?
No,
just jump in there?
No, and I didn't wear a bathing suit either, but I didn't get splashed. Or not. And you got to broadcast the games. People want to see them.
Well, you're going to be broadcasting with me next Friday. This is Saturday, the 20th, but what's say the 19th? 19th, yeah. But Holliston.
The Holliston game.
Holliston, Ashland, Friday, October 25th, 6 p.m. You're going to do the first half with me. You're going to make
it. Forward to that.
And it's kind of going to be your swan song, your farewell from the booth. But you're always welcome back. Well, Bob, it's been a pleasure. And looking forward to next Friday night. And
you're the best
like I said, you're welcome back anytime for any broadcast. We'll bump anybody for you.
You're the best thing that has happened in this station, the way you've come on and carried the torch. It's been great. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And just want to say good night and go Clockers.
Technoplex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
Technoplex Ashland is once again proud to support the 2024 Ashland High football team and its coverage. Have a great season and
Brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. WACA-TV's coverage of tonight's game is sponsored in part by Mr. Handyman, the home improvement professionals. They're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians. Located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive, give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com.
That was just the third.
Likewise.
Where is this? Like, you can literally hear me screaming.
Okay, have fun.
Exactly. I'm not going anywhere near it. I did my time. Thanks. Keep you posted. All right. Here we go. The next half's going to be even better. Go, go. Love it. That's right. Oh, that was so good.
I saw him walk up. His wife was sitting right over there next to Papa. Never had a chance to say hello to her.
And welcome back to second half action from the Plateau Ashland High School. This is Josh Abrams taking over the inimitable Bob Thacker, joined again by Rob Silver. You get both ends of the game tonight with Rob. Rob, good to have you here.
Glad to be back for the second half.
If you missed the action here in the first half, it was topsy-turvy, but Ashland ended up on top 16-14 as we begin second half action here. 16 points courtesy of Holliston turnovers, Rob.
Yeah, they had 4 turnovers. They had interception, a fumble, a muffed punt, and a turnover on a kickoff, a mishandled kickoff.
So hit the parlay, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. 20,000 to 1 on all 4 of those turnovers in one half.
So Holliston kicking off to open the second half and fielded cleanly by the Clockers. Number 55, Josh Lambert, a junior, pulls that one in for the Clockers. Minimal gain, and Clockers will take over 1st and 10.
Good recovered by number 55.
You know, that was actually an interesting play because generally speaking, if it's not one of the deep receivers, they just go right down. But Josh Lambert handled that cleanly, was able to pick up about 10 yards on the return.
So good return here. The Clockers starting off with good field position right around their own 40, the 39 where the ball is spotted. And Rob, what are we going to see here in the second half? The Clockers seem to really struggle on offense, trying to run the ball. They were getting nowhere, trying to go up the middle.
That's the key. They got to have some sustained drives here because the Holliston offense, when they're on the field, has been kind of unstoppable unless they stop themselves with the penalties. So they just have to play and execute better.
Soderberg under center. Holliston shows blitz. Ozalumba with the carry. Gets a big gain, still on his feet, hard to bring down. Finally, inching up toward the 50. A big gainer there for Ozalumba on first down.
Yeah, that was a nice run. We've seen that from him all year where he'll break a tackle, get those extra 2, 3, 5 yards. In that case, brings up 2nd and 2. And he kind of got going towards the end of the second half. Had a nice little pass when we were in that 1 minute rush, hurry up offense. And he caught that pass about 10, 12 yards, and that kind of got him going because he really had no open field. Well, he did have the touchdown there to the corner. That's right.
Yeah, I mean they were running the gung formation. O'Brien trying to go up the middle, and they were just getting stuffed all night throughout the first half. But again, big drive down the final minutes there. Ozalumba on the carry again. He gets carried out of bounds, but not before gaining a first down and into Panther territory.
Quinn for Holliston getting up a little
gingerly.
A little gingerly.
He's not moving well at all, but he's not heading for the sideline either. Now he's going down. We are going to get an injury timeout here.
Tom Quinn, the junior for the Panthers.
So those of you who are here during halftime got to see a terrific interview by our own Rob Silver interviewing Bob Thacker on his 37 years of broadcasting experience here on WACA.
They didn't keep records back then, so we don't have an official start. It's, you know.
Back then, you make it sound like the Middle Ages. It was like
kind of
the 80s. Well, the Middle Ages of cable access.
If you listen to Bob tell the story, yeah. Yeah, no, that was fun. I asked him one question and pretty much held the mic for 20 minutes. He just knows everybody. He just quite the history with Bob and his ties to Ashland and Ashland Cable.
So I did see, while you guys were doing the first half, I was a little bit active on the chat, keeping an eye on things, and did want to mention Kerry Turner, our good friend from Technoplex Healthcare here in Ashland, active on the chat. Kerry, good to see you on another Friday night here, Ashland football.
Yeah, I proactively, ahead of time, well, that's what proactively means. I actually proactively said hello to him because I knew he'd be viewing and watching. Want to give a shout out to a couple other, I got some friends in Holliston. My coworker, Sue Magri, you should be watching. If you're not, well, we'll take that up on Monday, and the rest of your family. All right, so we're ready to go. Back 1st and 10.
10:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Soderberg hands it to Ozalumba up the middle, finally getting some action, getting some daylight up the middle. Ozalumba still on his feet somehow. carries it all the way up to the
Number 23,
36, 37-yard line.
32, Pierce Duncan.
So we talked about what Ashland needs to do to maintain this lead and extend it and come away with a win, and that's pretty much what they need to do. These 6-7 yard runs, which were few and far between in the first half. But that wears down a defense.
Well, that's a
and
point I was just going to make.
This roster is not too extensive.
Nope.
on the
And
Holliston side.
I was wondering, all these runs up the middle, all these runs into the line, trying to wear them down. And again, Clockers historically have been an excellent second half team making adjustments.
Look at him bounce off that tackle.
Just a punishing runner. So we tick down under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clockers up 16-14.
And there's another Panther guy getting up a little gingerly. Will Clasby, number 51. Like you said, he's punishing these guys, and he looks for the contact. We talked about that last week when I did the game with my brother. You know, a lot of these other guys, they try and run outside. He goes right up the middle. He is not scared to take on, take the hits, and he delivers the blows.
So Clockers approach the line, 3rd and 2 from the 36. Handoff again to Ozolombe. He's
Great
tackled
job.
from behind. He's going to get
Rodenheiser.
his feet back, but no, drop for a loss. It'll bring up 4th down.
Rodenheiser
Run by 23, Kevin Ozolumba brought down
read
number
that
2,
from a
Austin
mile away, was
Rodenheiser.
able to. And that's one of those that Ozolumba in the past has broken, but then Rodenheiser got some help from number 9, Max Morrow, to finish up the tackle.
Yeah, the Panthers penetrated the Ashland line and were in there early. Not much Ozolumba could do before he got tackled for a loss.
This is very similar to the first possession the Clockers had last in the first half, where they had 2nd and 4 and they couldn't get 4 yards and 3 downs. So here they are, 4th and 4 after that.
Atherton now at quarterback in shotgun. Ozolumba beside him, and we get a timeout called on the field. Didn't like what he saw there.
Yeah, the design, I think, all along was to try and get him to jump, as they did a couple times. You don't see it as much from the spread offense. You see it a lot, like we were saying in the gong, because they get Ozolumba all of a sudden jumping into motion, and it just throws these linemen off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Ozolumba is the guy during the week that Holliston is focused on, right? That's the guy they're going to keep an eye on. And when, especially that play where he was able to draw them off sides in the first half. I mean, just the way he did it, like he just sudden popped up and went into motion, and just that quick movement is what drew the offsides penalty. Great job by Kevin on that one.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's necessary. I mean, that's what Rodenheiser keyed on that play, and ultimately, he did time it perfect on that last play that dropped him for a loss of a couple yards.
So, Rob, you had mentioned both teams coming in tonight with 3-3 records. The Clockers right now at number 16, Holliston number 18 in the Division IV power rankings. After this play, we'll get into why that is so important, why those rankings are so important, where they are right now. So 4th down.
Rossi underneath. Perfectly played. They've got that timing down. They ran it on the opening play of the game. And
Rossi, the recipient of that big touchdown right there at the end of the first half in the corner of the end zone.
And that's good for an Ashland first down.
Speaking of which, we did see Jack Rossi pop in there with the chat on the here on the live feed. So, Jack, thanks for watching. Yeah, great catch by Hugo there at the end of the first half. Another good one right now.
31-yard line.
So Clockers do convert. It's a first down at the Panther 31. Again, Clockers up 16-14. We're under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Soderberg under center. Kind of an I formation here. Ozolumba the deep back. Panther show blitz again. Ozolumba gets the handoff, gets through the line, and he's gone down the left side. He could go all the way, but knocked out of bounds down by the 5. A great run by Ozolumba, and the Clockers are in the red zone.
They kind of caught Holliston like a little out of balance. Holliston likes to rush the guys to the line.
Trying to time the snap.
Exactly. And they were on the right side. Mermelstein was playing left and got a good block and cleared out. And Ozolumba is just so patient. He's
patient and quick.
Yeah, exactly. He finds that little bit of daylight, and he just explodes. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Clock stops at 7:34 as the Clockers approach the line. Third quarter action. Clockers up by 2, looking for more. Kind
gun formation. The direct snap to Ozalumba stopped for a loss before he could really ever get moving on that one. Kind of a broken play, Rob.
Yeah,
Kevin Ozalumba on the run, tackled by number 58.
I was watching the clock because they had
Savage.
stopped the clock and never started again. I don't know why that was the case.
Well, it's running now. Maybe they're making up for lost time or stopped time.
Speaking of that, I did want to mention the
Second goal from
referee,
the 11.
the crew tonight. We'll get them after the snap, give them a little bit of recognition for all the hard work they do.
Ben Atherton under center now in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolling right. He's got a man open.
It's Merlone.
Dante Merlone gets the catch, but he gets knocked out of bounds short of the end zone.
Nice throw by Atherton.
Got a timeout on the field. We got a pink flag thrown in the backfield.
Is that a referee's flag?
Yes, it's one of the referee's flags. I don't know. Holding against the Clockers. That one will come back.
No flag.
Plus.
So that's the call by referee Mark Dawson. Your umpire tonight, Mike Piatella. Head linesman Nathan Klein. Line judge Kevin Connolly. Back judge Mark Anderson. And clock operator tonight, Bob Pino. Thank you to Bob for letting me take a picture of his phone with the crew.
So yeah, usually we just thank the WACA crew, but Rob extending it out to the referees tonight.
It doesn't happen without the work of so many people.
Okay, so Clockers now 2nd and 11 at the Panther 21.
More than that.
More than
Second
that.
and 21, 10-yard penalty.
Rossi hauls that one down. He gets pulled down almost immediately. So positive yards here for the Clockers, but it will bring up 3rd down with about 6:20 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I got about 7 or 8. Like I said to Bob Thacker after that nice touchdown catch, Rossi missed the first target to him this year on a wide open, right through his hands on a big 3rd down, and he's just been solid since.
Okay, Soderberg in shotgun with Amaral beside him. Here's the snap, drop back straight, lofting for the end zone.
He's being held.
And there's the flag. Rob, I think you called that one out loud enough for the refs to hear it. I don't know if that ball was catchable, but clearly being held was Rossi all the way into the corner.
He's got to get a new shirt. Or a good seamstress.
What's the male version of a seamstress? A seamster?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not politically correct, I guess, to use seamstress.
It's a little bit of an outdated profession at this point.
After Betsy Ross, you don't really.
Top 10 seamstresses across history?
Yeah.
We'll invite our audience, fill in the blanks there. Who's among your top 10 seamstresses across history?
My Nana.
Did she make the top 10? Congratulations.
One of my grandmothers could sell like a little bit. But so that penalty is actually not a 1st down. It's a half the distance penalty. One of those rare occasions where a interference penalty in the end zone doesn't give you the 1st down.
And after Ozalumba gets dropped after a short gain. This is going to bring up 4th down. Clockers up by 2. Rob, what do you think? Are they going to go for it or going to kick the field goal?
It looks like they're going for the field goal.
Pick up a 4th down and goal for Ashland.
One of those.
Yep, you're right. Aaron Wolf is out on the field lining up to take the field goal here for the Clockers.
24-yard attempt.
Hit his only other attempt tonight.
Yep. Be the, well, let's see if he makes it.
Kick is up. And it's good. Okay, so with 5:42 to go in the 3rd quarter, Clockers now up 19-14 over the Holliston Panthers.
And the last time a Ashland Clocker varsity player has hit 2 field goals in a game was Andre Agostinelli in the playoff game against the Rockland Bulldogs in their Super Bowl 2019 victory run.
Very impressive. And again, I know we don't make much of an appearance on camera, certainly not during the game. Rob is doing that from his head. There's no notes. There's no reference material whatsoever. He just pulled that one right out of the memory banks. Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, Rob, we started talking about, again, these Division IV power rankings. The Clockers at number 16, Holliston number 18. If the playoffs ended today, before this game got underway, Clockers are in, Panthers are not, right? Top 16 go?
Yes. But they do play, they do have to finish this game, and then they go to Westwood.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think they have to win both games to stay in that top 16.
To have a taste of the postseason.
Yeah, and it's a little unfortunate that the Thanksgiving Day games don't count in this particular instance because Hopkinton is not as strong as they have been. And an onside kick attempt. Clockers get a little bit of a push, but Panthers able to fall on it.
And given the predilections that the Panthers had in the first half on special teams, that wasn't a bad idea whatsoever. They have not had sure hands on the, whether on the kickoffs, on a punt. The turnovers were just numerous for the Panthers, and it led to all the Clocker points, in fact, in the first half, 16 points in the first half.
Yeah, and that was actually a fairly well-executed onside kick.
Just kicked it to the wrong guy. They finally found the sure hands guy.
Yeah, and it was just a little too fast. A lot of times it'll get to the 50, and the offense doesn't know should they go fall on it or, let it come to them. So, Connor Teague.
The handoff was to Teague. He picked up, about 5 yards on that?
Yeah, about 5 yards. It's been a while since the Panthers' offense has been on the field.
Yeah, the Clockers' run game was definitely effective on that drive. Ate up a lot of clock. We're down to 5:20 and counting here in the third quarter. It's Panthers' first possession of the second half.
8 of 5. It'll bring up a second down and 5 for Holliston.
So Panthers head to the line, 2nd and 5.
It's Rodenheiser from the deep set. Gets the pitch. Able to fall ahead for 3 yards or so. Brings up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Kerry did a nice job, finding a spot, waiting, and then was able to burst through and pick up some nice yards. So bring up 3rd and 2.
Who's Kerry? Austin Rodenheiser?
The carrier.
Oh, the carrier. The carrier. I thought you said Kerry.
No, I only talk about Kerry Turner. Technoplex Healthcare.
Rodenheiser's one of the people I know by name, so that's.
I keep thinking you're with Rodenheiser. I keep thinking you're calling for heating repair.
Teague, head of steam, moves the pile 6 yards and a first down.
Rob, of course, just a reminder, the best way to keep up with Ashland football and all Clocker sports is the Ashland Athletics Instagram account, run by Athletic Director Kevin Anderson. It's a go-to way to keep up with all the Ashland sports, whether it's schedules, the player of the week, sponsored by Jersey Mike's. So I saw a post there by Kevin this afternoon catching up on several winners, including, who do we have them? Yeah, we'll get back to that later. 1st and 10 for the Panthers here in the third quarter.
Pitch to Teague. Clocker's doing a good job. Quan Amaral on the tackle. Minimal gain.
Tackled by number 9, Quan Amaral. Gain of 1.
So a lot of, you didn't see a lot of tension, a lot of this rivalry really heating up. So the Holliston coaches tried to come up to film, and we are not allowing them because I guess last year when we went to Holliston, our coaches weren't allowed in the press box.
Wow.
So we returned the favor. It was a little contentious, but we did the right thing. It rolls out to his left. Nice pass to Rodenheiser from Kafka.
Rudisel's the one who brought him down, but it's a big first down for the Panthers inside the red zone.
Kafka likes to roll to his left. And a beautiful teardrop pass right over the defenders.
Would you say that a metamorphosis took place there with Kafka?
I don't want to. I'm not going to say anything. So. Okay, 1st and 10. Teague just shy of the end zone.
So 1st and
The
goal
far
now for the
corner.
Panthers. Yep, 1st and goal, 2:20 and counting here as the clock stops. Clockers up 19-14, but Panthers are knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
And this is why, like we said, got to keep it out of the hands of this Holliston offense. They are just unstoppable for the most part.
You guys were talking explosive Holliston offense, and we're seeing it here on this drive. Going to run the ball right up the gut, and
just like that.
Still like waiting for a referee to signal for a touchdown.
On the carry for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Holliston.
It's a very unenthusiastic refereeing crew.
Yeah, very low key.
Nobody wanted to raise their hands.
Yeah.
But it is a touchdown. It puts the Panthers back on top, 20-19. Extra point pending. Probably going for 2. Trying to make it a 3-point game. It's a, with the field goal kicking that we've had, it's a pretty big extra point. 2-point try, excuse me, yeah.
That Teague in motion. Rolling right.
Kafka to Teague, like you said.
2-point conversion is good.
Well executed.
Yep. And the metamorphosis is complete. Panthers now up 22-19 with 2:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Is this a scoregami for high school?
And now your score is 22-19.
Just, trying to raise the bar every game, Rob.
No, but you know what I'm talking about? The scoregami with a score that's never happened before. They do that on, like, the red zone. That's what it's called. Like, when, you usually see it when they run into, like, the 57 to 30. Well, it's usually not a 7. It's usually a 5 or an 8 or something like that. But
yeah, the only time I really pay attention to that stuff is when I'm doing like a squares.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's... Yeah.
I'm expanding my squares, usually just Super Bowl, but I'm actually participating in a fundraiser for AYBS involving this weekend's Patriots-Jets game.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
I could never tell. I thought you might be setting up the dad joke.
No, not setting up a dad joke. That's dead serious. And actually, my friend Sean Cavanaugh, who's going to be running in the New York City Marathon. Sean, you have to call me on that one. But he's going to be running very soon. He's also doing a Squares fundraiser with the Jets-Pats game this weekend. Anybody interested in getting involved with Sean's? The AYBS one's all sold out, but I think Sean is still collecting. You can contact me here on WACA. You can certainly email me at josh@WACA-TV.com.
All right. Well, we're ready to kick off. Back deep. It's Ozalumba on the short hop. Excuse me, Rudisil.
Fielded it cleanly. He's up past the 30 and then knocked down and out of bounds at the 35. Good return there by Rudisil.
Yeah, he's having a good game.
Yeah, I mean, he had a key reception late
on that crossing pattern.
In the first half, that's the one, exactly. Kept the drive alive.
Yeah, took a little bit of a hit there.
Ball back to the 36-yard line.
So, Rob, I also want to give a quick shout-out to one of our sponsors, Mr. Handyman, here in Ashland, right on 126.
We'll do that in a second.
Fair enough. Soderberg under center, deep pitch to Ozalumba, trying to work the right side. Picked up a couple before he's brought down.
Kevin Ozalumba on the run, tackled by...
Did you reach out to Mr. Handyman?
You know what, I haven't, but I started making my list. Last time we were here together and I was talking about that railing I need to get replaced on the deck. I'm looking around the house and I'm finding some other little projects that need to be taken care of. We're in the middle of getting our basement fixed up after we had a big water leak over the summer, and just the kind of thing I need Mr. Handyman to help me out with. So I'm going to be going over to MrHandyman.com and request an appointment, request a call.
Yeah. Sounds good. So Atherton.
It's a slow developing play.
Beautiful to Amaral. Cuts it back.
avoided a tackle right at midfield, picked up some extra yards. That's a huge first down for the Clockers. We're down to the last minute 15 of the third quarter. Clockers down 22-19, but they have a first down here at the Panther 44.
Great deception by Atherton, but that would not have happened if it wasn't for that offensive line giving him the protection that he needed.
A lot of deception on that play. The way he spun around, Atherton spun around with that, it felt a little bit like a Statue of Liberty play.
Yeah, that's, they can't see it.
Right.
It's kind of hiding it, and Amaral just
Very well
snuck out
executed.
into the backfield. Yeah.
Okay, Soderberg under center. Got this, again, this I formation. Uzalumba the deep back. That's correction. That's Amaral the deep back. The ball goes to him, and he carries it close to the 40. Second down for the Clockers.
It's interesting. What we've seen over the course of the year is that they'll use one back consistently for, several plays in a row, almost like they get into a rhythm or something like that. You don't see them going back and forth. So, undoubtedly, this will be a handoff to Ozalumba.
I don't know. I saw Nick Boomer run in there. I haven't really heard much. We've heard from him tonight, just not as much as we had in some other games. He split out wide to the top of the screen. Soderberg across the middle, dangerous pass. A little bit of a miscommunication there. It looks like the intended receiver, Mark Merblestein, but instead the ball landed at the feet of two Panther defenders.
So
that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Clockers down 22-19, but have the ball when we pick up here in the fourth quarter. So, Rob, we talked about Techniplex Healthcare, our friend Kerry Turner. We talked about Mr. Handyman a little bit.
Folks, if you want to stay on
How
top of all
about
things
we go with our
Ashland
third sponsor of the night, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef in Ashland. I know you guys were talking them up in the first half. What was it, the barbecue chicken calzone?
Yeah, that's what's in the write-up. But of course, I do love that roast beef sub. And had another slice of pizza during the half.
Very nice. I have to tell you, I'm excited. I want to get over and visit them in person now that they've expanded the space. I haven't seen the new setup there at the Leechmere Plaza.
Exactly. Yeah.
At the corner of
right next to Cookies Cooking.
Cookies Cooking.
The Framingham people, Ashland people, they'll get there. Now there used to be a little place in the Leechmere Mall called Cookies Cooking, fresh baked cookies. Kind of like an Auntie Annie's pretzel. Yep. Oh, phenomenal cookies. All right.
Now I'm hungry for a cookie.
Well.
Teams have switched sides. Clockers now going left to right on your screen. Quick pass by Soderberg to Rossi, connecting again on that left side. And he's brought down right around the 30. First down call, Rob.
Nolan Soderberg complete to Hugo Rossi.
Once again, the offensive line picking up that blitzing linebacker. And just giving Soderberg the time to set, and he and Rossi are really on the same.
Yeah, as much as there was a disconnect with Soderberg and Mermelstein, they are definitely he and
very
Rossi
in sync.
In
sync. You're
not going to break into a boy band song, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
Although it is on my Pandora list. In sync.
It is. Clogs in the gun formation. O'Brien pitches to Ozalumba, cutting back to the middle, brought down after a short gain, probably 2 yards there.
Yeah, tearing up the turf. Tearing up my heart. That's in sync, isn't it? Oh. Why am I asking
Even if
you?
I knew, I wouldn't admit that.
Second down.
Though earlier today, I did make a Debbie Gibson reference.
Oh, sure. Foolish beat. I have a Debbie Gibson song on my playlist mixed in somewhere.
Of course you do. It's a very eclectic mix. O'Brien keeps it himself.
Hand up to Amaral.
I got completely fooled on that.
That's all right.
Juan Amaral on the carry, brought down by number 2, Austin Rodenheiser.
You want to hear eclectic?
Yes.
You know what else is somewhere on my playlist? Roger Whittaker, Last Farewell. Google that one.
Well, I can't really Google here in the middle of the game. I'm going to turn that job over to our live stream audience if you're following us. Roger Whittaker.
It's kind of right. Well, let's wait till Devin O'Brien. Oh, did they get him? Almost. Carnatic almost jumped.
Okay, O'Brien under center.
Keeps it. Come on, come on.
Got driven to the turf there, Rob, looking for a unsportsmanlike penalty there, but no flag flying. And O'Brien electing to keep it for himself, and he has chosen poorly.
Don't ask me the movie. I still don't.
You still don't know.
Oh, wait, no, that's Indiana Jones.
Which one?
Temple of Doom or
No,
something?
Last Crusade.
Something.
Last Crusade.
From the 28-yard line.
It's close enough. No, but Roger Whittaker was one of those, the albums you'd see, like over 20 million sold. Slim Whitman, I don't have him on my playlist, but that was another one of those artists. And you.
Soderberg in shotgun finds Rossi again on the left side. Flag flies in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
So it was a completion to Rossi.
And it was right at the first down marker, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, a devastating call.
Holding on Ashland.
Is that, I didn't
Holding.
Holding? Okay, I went for holding her face mask, so. Yeah, at times tonight, especially in the first half, the Clockers have really been their own worst enemy.
Yeah, Holliston had a couple big holding penalties on that one drive that's ultimately resulted in an interception, as he had to kind of throw one down. And now the Panthers kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Brings up a 4th and 14.
Soderberg again in shotgun. Rudisell at the bottom of your screen, split wide, and we got a whistle before the ball is snapped. Timeout called by the Panthers.
Timeout on Holliston right before the play.
Oh, 8:45 to go. Clockers trailing 22-19, facing a 4th and 16.
So, Rob, while we have the timeout, let's take a quick look around Ashland High School sports. Again, the fall season is wrapping up. We have several teams in playoff contention. Starting with boys soccer, they are now 10-4-2. They've won 5 of their last 7, heading into tomorrow's showdown with Blackstone Valley, which, incidentally, we'll have for you here on WACA. Daniel Vetsi and I have the play-by-play starting at 5:30. Boys soccer maintained their number 6 seed in this week's Division III power rankings, while Blackstone Valley is number 12. Like, that boys soccer team is a force to be reckoned with.
So they actually moved up. When they played Wayland last week, the game that I was fortunate enough to do with Daniel, they were ranked 10 in Division III, and Wayland was 10th in Division II. They played a nice game. They had rested a couple of their seniors who were, a little bit injured, but he's getting ready for the playoffs, Coach Moda.
Coach Moda tomorrow night, of course, will be the
So what happened there? A lot of whistles. Another timeout? Back-to-back timeouts? Can you do that?
I don't think you can do that with the same team.
Right. So now the coach is talking to the ref.
I thought I heard Coach McKay yelling out about 12 players.
Yeah, he was running off the field, and they call another timeout. Let's see if there's a conference.
Okay, well, they figured that out on the field. I just want to mention tomorrow night here on WACA, it is boys soccer senior night. And then we will have them again Tuesday night when they finish off their regular season against Hopkinton. Peter Clay and I will have the call for that one. Girls volleyball moved up to number 8 in their Division III power rankings. They finished their season at 11-9 and await the announcement of their playoff schedule. And finally, girls field hockey finished their regular season at 6-12. They are ranked number 25 in Division III. They also await news on their first playoff game, though we know it will be on the road. Okay, so the Clockers seem to be down to their final timeout. Make that Holliston down to their final timeout. I'm reading the scoreboard wrong, bear with me. Clockers going to try again here on 4th down. Soderberg in shotgun. Rudisell again, the bottom of your screen. Here comes pressure. Rudisell deep.
Come on, Robbie.
Oh, he
my
couldn't
God.
come up with it. Ball hit him in the hands in the end zone. Would have been a touchdown for the Clockers. Instead, they'll turn the ball over on downs as Soderberg was hit just a moment after he released. A beautiful pass by Nolan there.
Tough result.
So Clocker defense going to have to stand up here and try and cause another Panther turnover. They were rampant in the first half. None yet tonight here in the second half, but see how this one plays out. So Panthers 1st and 10 at their own 36. They're up 3 with 8:39 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Right, another guy moved for on the line. Oh,
that's a tackle for a loss.
Ozalumba.
So the defense had to step up here on this series, and first down, they sure did that.
No gain, they'll bring up second down.
8:20 and counting here in the fourth quarter as Panthers prepare for second, and scoreboard says 10. I thought they lost one there.
Now they, whatever reason, moved it right back up to the original line of scrimmage. I thought he was behind the 35.
Okay, Panthers approach the line, split wideouts. That Teague again. Look at this pile moving forward.
Yeah, pickup of about 6, 7, 8.
Number 9, Max Morrow on that carry.
So that was not Teague, it was Morrow.
So a huge play here at 3rd and 3 for the Clockers.
Gain of 7 or
7:30 to go in the game, barring overtime.
Teague bursts through the line, gets the first down. They're over midfield now into Clocker territory.
Tackle by number 11, Devin O'Brien. That's good for Holliston first down.
Like you said, Clockers are going to have to force a turnover. I think I saw Ozalumba kind of punching at the ball. Got to get one guy to stand him up, the other guy to rip it away. Rodenheiser at the bottom of the screen. Goes to Teague again. Nice job by Ozalumba.
But Teague continues to pile up yards on the ground against the Clockers.
Number 23, Kevin Ozalumba.
Josh Lambert subbing in for Dante Maloney. Sub of the game.
The Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef sub of the game.
We'll see after this play if Josh Lambert gets a turnover.
And I kind of like to see a Sub-Zero ice cream Clocker crunch.
Oh, yeah.
Clocker's scrambling a little bit here on defense to get in a position. Ball gets snapped, pitched to Teague on the right side. He carries through. Finally brought down, but he's
So
close to a
hard.
first down.
Number 1.
Once he gets downhill, it is just so hard to stop.
Tackle by number 18, Jake Linehan.
I mean,
Well, that's good
first
for
contact was
Holliston
at the
first down.
42-yard line. He moved ahead 5 yards. Just such a head of steam. So Lambert comes off the field. Who's 69 for Clockers?
Leo Mateo, sophomore.
Always hustling. Always hustling. 69, the Ryan Dwinell number. One of our outstanding linebackers from the Super Bowl team.
Teague once again blasts right through the middle of that Clocker line. Another big gainer there. Clock runs down to about 5:30.
Jake Linehan getting up a little slowly, number 18 for the Clockers. Panthers in no hurry as the clock winds down towards 5 minutes to go. 2nd and 2.
When they're already in field goal territory, Clockers can't afford to give up more than that here.
Yeah, Connor Teague's got quite the leg. Direct snap.
Ball's loose.
Ball is loose.
Unbelievable. The Clockers have done it again. Forced the turnover. On the fumble, Clockers recover, and they're going to go 1st and 10 from their own 20. 5th turnover of the game for the Panthers, first of the second half. Couldn't have come at a better time, Rob.
That's it's been their secret weapon. The turnover. They hit hard, they hit often, and who knows? They just got a helmet or a fist on the ball.
The way that play out went, I thought it was a QB sneak.
That's what I thought, and it might have been, but sometimes, you know, when the quarterback's in such a hurry to rush up, they don't field it cleanly. They don't get the snap cleanly, and that is the result.
Okay, 4:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Clockers down 3 with a fresh set of downs, fresh off the turnover. Soderberg in shotgun, flanked by Amaral and Ozalumba in the backfield. Rossi at the bottom of the screen. Amaral and Ozalumba switch spots, still flanking Soderberg. Back to drop, he gets hit and dropped. It's a huge sack by the Panther defense as Soderberg gets taken down at his own 10-yard line.
Austin Rodenheiser.
Sacked by number 2, Austin Rodenheiser.
So 4:40 and counting now. Clockers down by 3, 2nd and 20, I believe, from their own 10-yard line.
Just gives them more field to work with.
Sure.
Now it's a 2nd down and 21 to go for Ashland.
As we mentioned, the Clockers need this win tonight and the win next week to assure themselves of a playoff spot in the Division III power rankings. Boomer's not sure where to go
nobody
here.
knows. Might have to burn a timeout. It's a huge play.
Soderberg under shotgun. Long pass ahead, looking for Rossi.
Come on, Hugo!
Oh, beautiful catch by Rossi, and he gets horse collar tackled into Panther territory. Ball spot at the 45. That could be the catch of the year, Rob. Over the shoulder. Great coverage by a Panther defender, and Rossi hauls it in and picks up a tremendous first down for the Clockers with 3:51 to go in the fourth quarter. So maybe that confusion behind the line was intentional, Rob. Has it turned into the longest play of the night for the Clockers?
I'm going to say it wasn't, but
the case can be made. Soderberg, shotgun. Hand off to Ozalumba. Picking up some yards now. Down to the 40. So a big 5-yard gain for Kevin there on first down. Clock continues to run, approaching the 3-minute mark. It's getting a little chippy down there on the ground as players slowly get picked up.
I mean, I know Hopkinton, you know, they're kind of the crosstown rival, but Holliston is I feel, the more intense rivalry. Hopkinton's the Thanksgiving Day tradition, but I mean, these two teams, they don't like each other. I mean, and the Clockers have only beat them twice in the last 23 years.
And, you know, I think that rivalry actually extends to the live stream. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Oh.
Soderberg in shotgun again. Got a whistle. It's going to stop this one. A false start called against the Clockers as they continue to shoot themselves in the foot with these unnecessary penalties. So the clock stops at 2:32. It was 2nd and 6.
Shout out to Kerry Turner again for always having our back and acknowledging Roger Whitaker. Last farewell.
So, Rob, traditionally, talking about the live stream, traditionally, again, the home school generally traditionally provides the live stream broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, Holliston is live streaming from the opposite bleachers.
Wow.
Never see that. Soderberg in shotgun, drop back, looking for who else? Hugo Rossi, who was wide open on the right sideline, but can't bring it in. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Clockers with 2:07 to go in the fourth quarter.
Bring up a 3rd down and 10.
I guess they tried to show the Panthers something different by having Rossi on the right side instead of the left.
Was he on the right side before when he caught that 40-yarder?
Actually, he did catch it on the right side. Up until then, it had been all left side, it feels like.
Yeah, I think you are correct.
Yeah, I was so excited by that long and acrobatic catch that I lost track of where he caught it on the field. You're absolutely right. It was on the right side. So third down here for the Clockers, 3rd and 10. Soderberg in shotgun again. Uzalumba beside him. Rossi on the right side. Soderberg going long. He's overshot Rudisil. The only man close to that was Teague. For the Panthers, it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for the Clockers as a once promising drive is in danger of stalling out here near midfield.
And Holliston has backed off the blitz on that one. Soderberg had probably a little more time than he realized.
He's been under pressure often when going back to pass, so that totally understandable. We've got a timeout on the field.
Injury timeout.
Injury timeout, okay.
Looks like a cramp, Connor Teague. Just a cramp.
Okay, so again, Clockers on the road next week at Westwood, then Thanksgiving Day at Hopkinton.
Yes. And they, you know, if they don't make the playoffs, they do usually have a couple filler games.
Yep.
So those are TBA. Not Temple Bethlehem, to be announced.
Nice work.
Thanks.
So again, just a programming reminder, folks. We've got a double header here on WACA this weekend with Ashland High School Sports. Following up tonight's game here against the Panthers in football, we'll get to boys soccer tomorrow afternoon as they take on Blackstone Valley. Blackstone Valley, the Beavers. And I believe that will be senior night for the boys soccer team as well.
Are they the Beavers? Like Babson? Like my school?
Is Babson the Beavers?
Babson is the Beavers.
They the Fighting Beavers?
No,
the
just
fearsome Beavers?
No, but
they're just Beavers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I say, you know, you don't want to mess with a beaver. They got those teeth. They could bite you. Serious infection. It could be. I mean.
And they build a serious dam.
Yes, they do. All right, big play, 4th and 10.
Here comes the blitz. Soderberg back across the middle. Deflected before he could hit Mermelstein.
Moreau tipped it away, number 9.
So the Clockers turn it over on downs.
Pass incomplete.
Panthers, yeah. Now Panthers going to take over on their 45-yard line. Yep. 156.
It'll be Holliston's ball on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Clockers showing 3 timeouts. So they're going to have to come up big as they've done all night.
They force a turnover on the last Panther possession. Can they do it again here? Their playoff hope ride on it. Here's the handoff.
Nick Boomer, the first contact. Ozalumba and Linehan to finish it up, and Ammo.
Clockers immediately call timeout to stop the clock at 1:50 to go.
So if you're the Holliston coach, I mean, you've been doing pretty good on defense for the most part. Do you risk a pass? Would that catch them off guard? I mean, if you run the ball, you force them to take their 2 timeouts, then you punt it, and they got to go, 85 yards or so with 1:40 to go.
Well,
25, 30.
As a Philadelphia Eagles fan who watched Nick Sirianni screw this very decision up, screw up this decision specifically.
Yeah.
If I'm the Holliston coach, I just keep running the ball. The Clockers have had trouble stopping the run all night. Again, you got to worry given how many times the Panthers have turned the ball over tonight, though a couple of them at least were on special teams. And again, that Panther defense has been pretty stout all night, other than a few plays here and there. But overall, they've been pretty stout, keeping the Clockers from putting the ball in the end zone. So yeah, I mean, I keep running the ball if I'm the Panthers head coach, and if somehow
make them run the 2 timeouts and then let your defense do the rest.
Exactly. That was a much more succinct way of putting it than I was struggling with. So
no,
thank you,
but
Rob.
But that was a good analogy. That's exactly why I say it. Sometimes the coaches tend to do too much, and
they overthink it.
You look like a genius when it works, but sometimes you don't need to be a genius. Wow, the keeper up the middle for 3-4 yards. Well,
Clockers burn another timeout here. Minute 42 to go. Bring up third down for the Panthers.
Nothing going Coach McKay's way. Clock running a little, few extra seconds off the clock. The ball not spotted correctly.
We got the 3rd and 3.5.
Here's another one I'm going to propose to you. You get 3 yards here. Do you punt it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Minute 42 to go.
That one I'm not so sure about.
Do I punt on 4th down or go for it?
Yeah.
You know what, I'm going to take that back again. Specific to this game, this specific
I think you want
situation. I hand the ball off unless he's still got a cramp, I hand the ball off to Teague. I mean, he's been able to just blast through the line all night.
Right. So we'll see what happens.
Teague is in the backfield here.
The deep back.
He gets the ball,
handoff.
blast through the line, first down.
First down, and that will do it.
Clockers call their final timeout, but we've got a flag well after the whistle.
Yeah, it's just a field position. It's already made the first down.
I wish they mic'd these refs because he had an explanation, but I didn't hear any of it.
No, it was after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct.
On who?
Dead ball foul. I don't know if they named the numbers.
Well, I mean, on which team?
It was on Holliston.
Okay. So, Holliston player is getting stretched out down there around the 40.
But Teague able to bounce back just enough for the play that he needed.
So, minute 37 to go now. Clockers down by 3. The Panthers seemingly in the driver's seat right now. Clockers looking for almost a miracle here to force another turnover, which I think would make 6 on the night for the Panthers should the Clockers be successful here.
Wow.
So, Robbie, got anything cooking this week? Anything fun?
Yeah, you know what? My cousin, who is, I think he's turning 60, is actually hosting a little party over at Topgolf. I haven't been there yet, over in
Canton?
Canton, yeah. So.
Yeah. I've played Topgolfs in, I think, at least 3 different states at this point, though I have not been to Canton yet.
Okay.
And that is a great time. Have you been to any Topgolfs yet?
Not the real one with the, I just did the simulation one over at
the swing
Foxwoods.
suite at Foxwoods, right.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get the opportunity, the flagship in Vegas is top notch, and it's an experience unlike anything else, any other Topgolf I've been to.
Okay.
Have a great time. That'll be a blast.
Yeah, should be good. I'm meeting my brother there. So, 1:37 to go. No more timeouts. Just need to take the knee twice. So not the ending we were hoping for.
Nope.
Here's a cute little joke, because you didn't get to yours, but once upon a time there was a king who was only 12 inches tall. He was a terrible king, but he made a great ruler.
So I am glad that you reminded me, because I do have a dad joke all lined up.
All right.
When should football players wear armor?
I don't know when.
When they play in a night game.
Oh, yes. Always try and make it topical.
Yep.
Very nice.
I mean, anybody can do a dad joke. Do a topical dad joke.
Right.
Applicable to where we are right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, is that water on the sidelines or tears? I can't tell.
Okay, well, that'll do it from here as the final 28 and so seconds tick off the clock here. Your final tonight, the Holliston Panthers 22, your Ashland Clockers 19. Clockers come up short against their Tri-Valley rivals from Holliston, and with it, most likely, any hope of making the playoffs. As they drop to 3-4 on the season, Panthers improved to 4-3.
Yeah, it was an exciting game, worth the price of admission, no doubt. Great turnout by the students here on senior night.
Rob's going to pull back a little bit so we're not so tight. HD is not our friend.
It's part of our crew right there. Luis Miranda, Nick Cunningham tonight, Jeff Hall, and Paul Bowden. Yeah, but they just came up short. They couldn't stop Holliston. Holliston basically stopped themselves pretty much every time. And
that's what kept the Clockers in the game. Again, 4 first-half turnovers by the Panthers led to 16 points for the Clockers. They had the lead there for a while. Only could muster 2 field goals in the second half. Make that one field goal.
One field goal. Yep.
Get my timing down.
Yeah, and you know, Holliston was going to go in for another score when they turned the ball over. Ashland tried to mount a drive, a beautiful throw from Soderberg to Rossi on a 2nd and 20, and they just couldn't mount anything after that. Player of the game, silver medal, got to go to Hugo Rossi.
Yep.
You know, we had a couple, unfortunately, drop passes towards the end. Won't name names, but could have gone the other way.
Oh, Rossi had the touchdown. He had a couple of other big receptions, including that long one in the second half that you mentioned earlier. But just not enough tonight for the Clockers to overcome the Panthers.
Yeah, it definitely helped having Devin O'Brien back in the lineup. But we'll see what they can do. Maybe they can spoil things for Westwood next week. Definitely a much higher energized team. Unfortunately, not the result we wanted. But that's where we're at.
Well, let's give thanks finally to our sponsors tonight, Technoplex Healthcare of Ashland, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef, and of course, Mr. Handyman of Central Metro West. Couldn't do this without you. We appreciate the support. And those of you on the live stream and watching on replay, we hope you'll patronize our sponsors, all Ashland-based businesses.
That'll do it.
Okay, so for Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching Ashland High School football here on WACA, and
good night and go Clockers.
Good night, everybody.
Technoplex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
Technoplex Ashland is once again proud to support the 2024 Ashland High football team and its coverage. Have a great season and
126 Self-Storage is located at 162 Pond Street and is owned by Ashland native Michael Kane. Gated and fenced with 24-hour security cameras, they offer convenient drive-up storage units for both your residential and commercial needs. Temperature-controlled units and outdoor vehicle, boat, and RV storage is also available. Check them out at 126selfstorage.com, and thank you to Michael Kane for being a great underwriter for WACA's coverage of Ashland High School football games.
Welcome to Sub-Zero, the original liquid nitrogen ice cream store, and home of the Cocker Crunch.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. WACA-TV's coverage of tonight's game is sponsored in part by Mr. Handyman, the home improvement professionals. They're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians. Located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive, give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com.